there, my name is Adele and I'm from Naked.Recovery. This video is looking at how do you start over following a divorce if you're divorcing like age 30 to 40, right? This is a tricky age to be going through a divorce because likely you're probably one of the first people in your friendship group or in your family that is going through this kind of crisis. And you've got to remember, divorce is like a shame-based identity crisis, right? So you failing at a relationship that you were supposed to get right, particularly if people in your family or your community have been married for 20, 30 years, it's really going to be very lonely and isolating going through this. So that's the first thing, is it'll trigger a lot of that kind of failure, shame stuff in you, and you're going to feel like you don't know who you are because you kind of had your life mapped in front of you, and suddenly that gets taken away, and now you've got to do some digging and figure out who you are now that you're no longer married. And it can be quite lonely, at that young age. The communities and groups and things are all sorted out, and there's kind of a little system or a treadmill that we're supposed to be on, and if we're suddenly taken off that treadmill, we don't know what to do next. So feeling frozen, feeling lost, feeling clueless, feeling suspended, feeling isolated and alone because everybody's kind of going off and doing couple dinners, and you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. I have to get back on social media, I've got to do this whole thing again. And what there is this pressure to get out of that place of the stigma of this, particularly if you're one of the first people in your friendship groups or family to go through this crisis. People feel like they've been labeled with a scarlet letter D, and like they want to just lose that label as fast as possible. So this makes us shortcut due diligence during dating. It makes us choose partners too quickly that we are perhaps not compatible with or not gelling with, and just to lose the label. So the critical thing is to take your time to really recover from what has happened and not rush straight into the next relationship. Because the second marriage divorce rate is really high. Like globally, it varies between 60 and 75% failure rate, right? So the chance of you getting divorced again is quite high, meaning you haven't necessarily learned that lesson the first time around to really integrate those learnings into this next relationship that you're going to be in. So just calm down and slow down. It's happened, right? The failures occurred, there's stuff to learn, there's things to get. Getting back on the bandwagon just so that you can lose the label, you're probably likely to make another mistake and likely to get into a relationship too quickly. And for many of us, we're a bit dumb when we date. We kind of don't use the right due diligence criteria. And I find it amusing how people can take more time to purchase a company than they do to select their life partner. So we're a bit too fast to get into a relationship, and then we're just not fast enough to get out when things start to, the real triggers happen and the real warning signs happen. We just don't get out fast enough. We sort of hang in there, predominantly because we don't want that stigma of being alone or starting again or all that kind of effort again. So just stand back, slow down, calm down, take your time. Learn the lessons that you need to learn from what actually happened in your divorce. Why did it happen? What was your part? What was your ex's part? What are some of the principles of a successful relationship? What was the source of your divorce? How do you fix your picker? How do you make sure that the next time you date, that you date smart? You're kind of clear on, this is what I'm looking for, and these are the character traits that I'm interested in, rather than, you have nice shoulders, I wonder if you'll like me. It's just not the right focus. The right focus has to be on what it is that you're looking for and making sure that there's heightened compatibility. And most importantly, looking out for those warning signs and identifying the red flags so that you don't become a victim to those in your next relationship. So starting over at that kind of 30, 40 age, those are some principles that I really want you to keep in mind. And if you want to go on a facilitated recovery journey, come and join us at Naked.Recovery. Book a clarity call with someone on my team, and we'll talk you through some of the programs that we have and help you along this kind of learning, healing journey. Take care.